why don't we give ourselves enough credit? I think I've recently realized that in multiple facets of my life, I keep selling myself short consistently. And I don't really know why. There's no real good reason for it, but it really causes a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress that is unnecessary. And I think that it would be better served for me to not spend my energy worrying about if I'm capable of things that I should have already proved that I was capable of. And I realized this whenever I talk to my friends and they're talking about things they want to do or their goals or aspirations. And I'm always kind of finding myself being like, well, you did X, so you should be able to do Y. And but then I realize when I'm talking to myself about my own dreams, I don't give myself the same leeway. And I don't really know why. But I think I would be better served to do that more often because it causes me to stress about things that I shouldn't need to. I shouldn't need to at all. How's it going? But that just comes with experience. I think, you know, I think that you have to just trust yourself that you are capable of more than you are able to. And if you have the confidence, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. But once you put in the work, you can't doubt yourself because what is the point of grinding so hard and working so hard? There is none if you're not going to give yourself the credit for it. And I think that's something that a lot of people could benefit from. I think that, and it could be in anything, it could be in a sport, it could be with a girl. Why can't you be capable of the things you want? Why can't those things be within reach? It's to believe that something is humanly possible is to believe that you can do it yourself. And I think that a lot of people sell themselves short at the end of the day, and it's because of a lack of confidence, a lack of um, pride. I don't really know what it is, but I find myself when I'm talking to my friends about my own goals, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. But then when I talk about the things I've already done, it's like I basically already have done it. But why can't I believe in myself? I think you just got to put more faith in yourself, and then you lose all the anxiety of is it going to work? Is it not going to work? I'm good enough at doing. I'm good enough at playing golf that if it, I can try. I can have the confidence that I can do something. That doesn't really make sense, but you know, you you got to have confidence in yourself. At least at the beginning, it can be blind, but once you take that leap and go into confident, into doing things confidently, I mean, you're never gonna go back because there's no reason to. But it's a constant battle because you might have confidence playing a sport, but might not have confidence making friends, or you might have confidence making friends, but you might not have confidence reaching out and doing things business wise or pushing your career, advocating for yourself. It's all these different facets that we have to learn to have confidence in ourselves with our own unique skill sets because not all of us are good at everything. Like me personally, I'm a little bit more of an introvert. I'm not very good at being extroverted and talking to people, but that's okay because when I do talk to people, I am totally personable and totally a good communicator. But I don't have faith in myself sometimes. And I don't allow myself to be put in scenarios where I would be able to grow because I'm scared. I'm scared I can't do it. I'm scared I'm going to fail. And I think a lot of people can be scared of failure because failure can be scary, but you know, failure is a lot less scary than thinking about failure. Because when you think about failure, there's still the possibility of success. And yet you haven't learned the lesson that the failure taught you. You don't know exactly why you fail. You just have this kind of negative energy around you, or in your head, I should say. That's that's kind of like you're gonna fail. You don't know why. Well, once you if you just go and make the leap, you might fail. But you can say, okay, that was a lot easier than I thought. I just messed up this one thing, and then you work on that one thing. Or these three things, or whatever. Or you just gain the experience of that was easier than I thought, or I tried it and now that's not for me. You know? It's it's something that everybody struggles with because the world would be a completely different place if everybody did it, if nobody did, if nobody struggled with confidence like that. But it all starts with giving yourself credit for the things you do. And that can go in another way to kind of appreciating what you are able to accomplish and what you've done and giving yourself credit for the positive things that you were able to create and the impact that you have. And I find myself falling victim to this often because a lot of times I feel like I have such high expectations for myself. Going above and beyond is the standard, whether it's helping someone out or, you know, doing things for my own advancement, whether it's academically or career oriented or whatever. I think I don't ever stop and smell the roses and kind of have that perspective of like the joy of look at how far I've come, like I've done so much. And I think I would be able to enjoy myself a lot. Like it would be a lot easier if I just enjoyed that and kind of reaped the rewards of where I've come from. But instead, I'm always pushing forward, which is a good thing and it's important to have. But you have to find the mix of yes, I am trying to push forward and I can still do better, but I am doing good right now. And I am proud of where I am now, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to push forward and go above and beyond and continue to push. Because not all of us start at the same place. It might take from where I started and the opportunities I had and the skills I had. Someone might have been born with that. Someone might have been born with less than that and have to work up to where I was. Does that mean that they shouldn't be happy because that's where I started? No, they should be happy. They should be ecstatic because they worked to get there. And that's progress. And that's all we can ask for. Cuz at the end of the day, we live on a floating rock. Like it's all life is what you make it, what you make of it. And sometimes we are a little too hard on ourselves and it causes ourselves to not give ourselves credit for the things we're able to do. And that can make life much less enjoyable. And it's the same thing that I was saying earlier, which is when I'm with my friends, when I'm talking to them about my friends, it's super easy for me to give them credit because I have the perspective and I'm not in their mindset, and I just want what's best for them. So any positive thing, it's like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. But when it's me, it's different, and that's something I can work on. That's what I'm trying to work on is having faith in myself. For example, I have been putting off this coding project for forever, like almost a year and a half, because I've been saying I'll do a coding project. It was first it was I couldn't do it during the school year. I'll do it during winter break. Then it was just no excuse. I just didn't do it. And then spring, oh, I can't do it during school. I'll do it during summer break. And now we're in summer break. We're a couple weeks in, and I haven't even touched it. And because I'm intimidated, I mean, it's scary. Why is it scary? Because I think I'm gonna fail. Is that warranted? No, because I haven't even tried. I'm paralyzed, and it's the same thing with what I'm doing right now. I did these for myself. I kind of started them as a daily, or not daily, but a journal, a video journal, kind of just speak my mind. But now I had the kind of crazy idea to post them online, see if anybody else, just to post them online, just because get a little bit more extroverted, a little bit more out there. Because, I'm trying to have the I don't care what people think, more in the sense of people aren't that worried about me, so I shouldn't be worried about their opinions. Um, I'm not trying to. It's not like I'll f everybody or screw everybody. I don't care about them. I still have empathy, but it's more like I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I want to post these online as my rants about these topics because I'm passionate about them, and I don't find, at least currently, I have a space to talk about them. And I've been putting this off because I was insecure about recording in public, and people see me. Some people just walk by, and I was a little insecure, but who cares? I'm still doing it, and that's important. And this is a mess, and I feel like this is really bad, but you push through, and that's the message I'm trying to preach, at least today. And I got to practice what I preach. I got to believe in it. I got to take my own advice. I got to give myself credit. I give some pretty darn good advice. But yeah, I mean, just give yourself more credit. Like, you deserve it. Why can't you do all the things you think you're capable of? If it's humanly possible, you can do it too. And that's all I got. I'll see you later.